So this family walks into a talent agent's office.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Retro Review. I'm your host, as always, the Bearded Geek, Kevin, however you want to say it. Always joined by Steve, who apparently had to fix his lighting.
No, I had to close my window because garbage cans are out there, and I know that sound carries into the room.
Yeah, that's fine. If you have not figured out by the thumbnail or the opening stinger, we are reviewing the documentary.
Yes.
The Aristocrats, which...
Aristocrats!
What did I say?
You just said Aristocrats. It is not the Aristocrats.
Which is what I originally looked up when this was, and I'm like, hey, this is the wrong era.
You were like, and I'm like, nope, I said what I said, the Aristocrats.
But before we get into it, let's check out that trailer.
Yes, let's.
So the Aristocrats.
You son of a bitch.
Guy goes into a talent agent's office, says, I have the greatest act in the world.
It's a family act.
And the agent goes, well, what do you people do?
The world has changed, you know. Shock ability has gone to a whole other level.
I do like to play with people's little danger zones.
I come out dressed as Hitler in crotchless panties.
I'd like to see that, actually.
And I think you can put people to death for what goes on in the best versions of this joke.
My husband comes out, he bends down.
You know, now that I think back on it, it's probably wrong.
Although the premise is funny.
I remember that I fainted.
It's pretty spectacular. I actually was an aristocrat.
Do it. It's like a dog with 3 legs. You don't want to look, but you just...
He is completely covered with...
As she blows a smoke ring out of her...
Look at you, that.
And then we all drop our drawers and take a huge...
They might have to clean this up for TV.
The Aristocrats.
The Aristocrats! The Aristocrats.
And there you have it. There's
Mecha Break is now available with Google Play Games.
Mecha Break.
Not a sponsor of Back to the Retro Review, but Mecha Break is now
But
available.
if it would like to be, it can. So this is a documentary, The Aristocrats. And Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit more about this movie?
I mean, you pretty much summed it up right there. It's a documentary on the dirtiest joke ever told. And this movie has over, I think, 100 different comedians giving their version of this joke. And each one is just as funny, if not funnier than the next. I was fortunate enough to see this movie not once, but twice while it was in the theaters.
Jesus.
It's a fucked up movie. It's a fucked up documentary, but it's fucked up in the best of ways.
It really is. No, I got uncomfortable watching it. Is kind of why I stopped. I didn't finish the movie. I'm not gonna lie, because it's a movie about a joke. I got the premise of the joke. It's just like Steve said in the stinger. It's, you know, I got a show for you. Walks into a talent agent's office. And yeah, first of all, I walk out on stage. My wife follows me, and she takes a big shit right on stage. After that, she kneels down in it and just sort of starts swaying back and forth into the shit, and then she pisses, which is where I come in. And I come in like a water slide, like a super slide, and I slide all across the stage, covered in this piss and shit. And then my daughter comes out, and we just start ramming my daughter. That's the premise of this joke.
Kevin, that was such a beautiful beginning to, and I know you're kind of paraphrasing one of the jokes within the movie. I'm waddling in the shit. We're dancing in the shit. I cannot tell you the number of times that I have legitimately told this joke in my life. I have left this joke as a voicemail
comedians use this joke as like a warm up. They use this joke for like mind exercises.
Yeah, because you can't repeat yourself. That's the whole gimmick, is you can't repeat yourself in any sexual lewdness.
Yeah.
I love this movie. It's available, I believe, on Amazon, and I want to say Hulu right now. It's available, or Peacock. It's one of those two. It's available on two separate streaming services. But I really like it. I think it's a good documentary. Like I said, I saw it twice in the theater.
What would you rate this movie?
Oh, solid 8.
Yeah. I'm gonna go half of that. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Get back out of here.
It depend. It was funny. Don't get me wrong. A lot of great comedians in this movie. But yeah, it can be uncomfortable depending on the company you're keeping at the time. So yeah, it can definitely.
Why were you watching it with your mother?
Yeah, kind of. So it was weird. it was like, yeah. So yeah, it 4 for me. I can see. Don't get me wrong. I can see why people would love this movie. The joke is hilarious, especially if it's told different every time, which is the whole premise of the joke, is to just sort of tell it different every time, but make it as disgusting and filthy as possible. And what do you call this movie?
It's a documentary.
Yeah. No. Yeah. What do you call the show? The Aristocrats.
The Aristocrats.
Yeah.
I don't. What? And every time I do it, I do the Drew Carey snap. I go, the Aristocrats.
The Drew Carey. Yeah. All right. A little bit more about this movie. Some interesting-ish facts. The joke used by comedians for years is a mental stretching exercise. They would tell the joke to each other as warm-up for their acts, while the setup and punchline remains the same. Throughout the middle section describing the actual family act is always varied to get the juices going by throwing in the most they can to keep it going and funny. So, and I think the comedians just try to see who can get it going the longest, who can keep it going the longest. Promos for this film promised a film with no violence or nudity, but tons of bad language. However, Penn Jillette had to add blurring to the private parts of a friend sharing a jacuzzi with one of the comedians in order to fill this promise. I remember that scene.
It's true.
Let's see. 4 featured performers have won Oscars: Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, Sidney Shelton, and Stephen Wright. So there you have it. Steve, what do we have for soundtrack?
There is no soundtrack.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think that there's a soundtrack. And we could go... Steve, tell us some of the characters in this movie.
Don Rickles is in this. George Carlin is in this. Drew Carey is in this. The aforementioned Robin Williams, the Smother Brothers, Richard Lewis, Phyllis Diller, Stephen Wright, I already said Carlin. Billy Connolly,
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Bob Saget is probably the funniest one of them all. Trey Parker, Matt Stone give something from South Park. Martin Mull, Taylor Negron, it's just Richard Jennings, Susie Essman, Judy Gold. There's a guy that's a horrible ventriloquist that's in it. It's really, I mean, the list is just, the list just goes on and on of known and unknown comedians. I absolutely love it.
So the premise is, if you want to just have this on in the background, and hear some gross shit, watch the movie.
If you just want to sit down and have a good laugh, watch the movie.
That too, yeah. It is funny. Don't get me wrong. When I give it a 4, it is funny, but it's a documentary. I mean, it's a documentary about a joke. All right. I do believe that does it for this episode of Back to the Retro Review. Steve, where can people find you?
You can find me at One Ring Circus Wrestling. That's ORC Wrestling in San Diego, California. You could find us on Instagram and Facebook, where you can keep up with everything that we're doing. That's ORC Wrestling.
Awesome. All right, guys, make sure you check out the Mod Squad Network. That is the sister channel to Back to the Retro Review. And hey, if you like our content, make sure you give us a good old thumb and hit that like and subscribe. Do all those YouTuber things. All right, as we come to a close, I do believe that does it. So for Steve, I am the Bearded Geek saying, if we don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.
Piss covered shit.
Jackass.
What?